You will not believe what I found in my desk today. I believe I have found the smallest Jolly Rancher in the history of mankind. Right here. As you can see, it's a little runt of a Jolly Rancher. You know, it's been mashed around. It was probably, a reject straight out of the factory, and they threw it into some, bag of, a bunch of Jolly Ranchers. You got your grapes and your apple flavor and your blueberry flavor and cherry. But let's be honest here. The only flavor you get in those bags that are really, they're so, on the bag it says, you are getting a bag of assorted Jolly Ranchers. But really, it's all apple. That's all you get on there. It's just apple. I mean, practically 80% of all the candy in those bags is the apple flavored Jolly Rancher. So I found this, and I thought it was pretty interesting because it's so small, and I don't know what to do if I should eat it, because I fear if I eat it that it's so small it could get lodged in my throat and I could choke and die. But that is a risk that I am willing to take if I think it could help me become a star on YouTube. So I think I am going to eat this piece of candy on camera and try to tell you guys what the experience is like. So here is a piece of candy from Homemade Distance, and here it is again, close up. As you can see, it is a watermelon flavored rancher, and now I will begin the unwrapping process. And comes off to the side, unwraps fairly cleanly. It's deformed! It's deformed, as you can see. It's a little runt of a Jolly Rancher. And whenever I think of runts, I always think of the start of the great book, Web of Charlotte, or something like that. You know what I mean? But she's like, Daddy, don't kill the pig. It's a little runt. I want to take care of it and nurture it and name it Wilbur. And he's like, Fern, you're such a whining pain in the ass. I can't even have a plate of nice crispy bacon without you freaking out. But I mean, whenever I go to eat a piece of bacon, you're constantly pitching a fit. It's just annoying. But I love you anyway because you are my child. But that aside, I will now attempt to eat this wretched piece of candy. Well, it's very hard. It's not like TootsiePop where after a few licks you want to just bite into it. Like that one ad. I think it was popular in the 1960s, where that kid's walking around. He's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And he walks up to an owl, and he says, Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? And he's like, well, let me see. 1, 2, 3. And Mr. Owl hands him the stick, and he's like, I am left with the stick. I have such an empty life. that Mr. Owl is a jackass. He has no respect for the scientific method. Let's see. Most of the ranchers have a certain shape that feels, great in the mouth. But this is just like a turd or something, I guess. But, a turd shape, but I will now pause the recording and tell you how things ended up. Well, I finished eating the Jolly Rancher, and I can safely say that I never want to eat another Jolly Rancher again. And if you eat Jolly Ranchers, you must be in the past and still believe that that you are 6 or 7, because they are not good candy.